Hello, people that exist. Um, Today we're gonna be doing something pretty different for stream. Well, actually, I'm gonna wait before doing that because there's zero people in chat. There's no point right now in starting. Actually, I should turn on some like lo-fi or something. Ooh, I should not let people see that. Hmm. Now let's do this one. This one's a banger. Alright, all zero people in chat. I am just gonna keep waiting. You know what, I guess we can just start right this second. So I want to try a kind of Hollow Knight style. Why am I explaining? I will explain when there's actually people here. Perfect. Alright. Now we have no idea where we can and can't draw. Alright, well, there's a few things, actually no, there's not a few. There's thousands of things that I have in my head right now that I want to draw. Can't probably draw any of them good, but we are going to try. First, drawing, like, a few doodles of a character that is based kind of off of a Zamir from Hollow Knight, which is the Grey Mortar's other name. But we're gonna try doing that, because Zamir is a really cool character, and it's not that the actual character is based off of Zamir, but the character design is very much based off of Zamir. Specifically, the Pale Court version, like, that mod. Because I really like how it looks. You know what? I'm gonna get stream chat in here. We're gonna find a way. It's gotta be possible. No, 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 come on. This is not working. I want to be able to use my phone for reference, but, like, this is very difficult to do. Can I make you, like, a separate thing? Okay, I could put you down here. I could do this bit now. I use like every inch of my screen. This is difficult. No, I just. Am I unable to like? Nope, can't draw with that. Alright, I guess I'm just gonna have to stick to the phone. If I don't see your message, you know what, I'm gonna tell people. Alright, I'll check periodically to make sure there's no people. Kron should be here at some point in this. Okay, this is not... We can't just use this background. Otherwise, we're gonna suffer. Yeah, that's a good color. Kron is here. Hello, Kron. Right now, I am just doodling random characters from that Metroidvania I was talking about earlier. So, now that I'm not restricted by a stupid chat that says you can only type 100 words here, now that I'm not just typing, now I can actually rant about it a bunch. So, yeah. I want to make this Metroidvania, I want to make it in chapters, kind of, just that I don't spend way too long on it, because I don't have that kind of money, time, or resources. And I get bored of things quickly, unless I get reward. And I feel like that's really a bad thing, but I can't fix it, so I might as well just find ways around it. I need to find a way so I can see chat, and also draw, and also have reference images on my phone. This is... But I can't get, like, my chat into my computer without it saying, oh, no, we have to hide this tab while you're drawing. And I can't, like, go into the partial screen mode on my phone and then still have the chat open, because it doesn't do that. If I try to do that, it just gets rid of the chat. Like, I really want my Zamir reference image. Oh, by the way, Zamir is, like, a character in Hollow Knight. I just want to have this reference image and at the same time be able to see messages, and my pen is bigger than my circle. But yeah, alright, now that Kron is here, now that I have all one person, I can now say, I can now explain who I am trying to draw right now. So there is a kind of area that I've imagined in the game that I want to make. I don't know what it would be called, but it's basically just a mix between a purple garden and underground crystal area. Kind of a crystal mine. I could call it, like, garden mine. I already have a few area names in mind, and I think I can say them without it revealing much. Actually, it would reveal very much, but, like, I don't think it's too bad to say it. How many people are actually going to come back to these streams? What? 0. So one of the areas I want to make is called Heart Mind Palace. Not gonna go too much into that. That area is important, and it will not be in the first part of the game I make. Yeah, wait, I gotta close my window. There we go, let's continue. Because I don't want the hellish rain outside to interrupt. It's bad out there. Be a Heart Mind Palace. Don't want to reveal too much on that area. I'm pretty sure it's pretty obvious why. It's named Heart Mind Palace. That is a very cool area name. At least I think it is. But anyway, like, that's one of the areas. Another area is, like, I don't know what it would be called, but it's a snow area. And I'm not gonna reveal too... I don't want to reveal too much, and yet I also want to reveal literally everything. I definitely shouldn't reveal literally everything, but I want to. I really do. What am I doing? I'm not drawing the actual thing. Let's just make sure this is just a sketch, okay? Actually, we should start with a smaller doodle. Oh my god, don't blind me by the lights. We should start with a smaller doodle in, like, the corner or something. Banish it to the corner. We're gonna get a few doodles done before we do the main sketch. Nope, that looks ugly. Or actually, it doesn't, but it covers the face too much. But yeah, we're going for kind of a Hollow Knight style for this game, just because of the fact that, first of all, I love that style. And second, it's just simple enough. It's simple, and I like doing things that... I don't know, I like the simple art style. It's simple, it looks good, it works, it's good for animation. Perfect. And, like, I don't want to have this game actually be made ever and then it be called a Silksong copy or a Hollow Knight copy. But also, I want to make a Hollow Knight copy. Not a copy, but, like, with the art style and everything. And the 2D stuff and like, all that. And I feel like I would get called a copycat, but is it really too much copying if I'm not copying the gameplay? I'm not copying the game. I am copying, like, the style. And it's not really copying. I'm definitely going to add my own stuff against my will. Let's get this head down. Ah! Perfect, now this is harder. I want to try doing some, like, I'll wait until Kron gets back. Unless you're already there and now it looks stupid. Right now, like, I don't want to reveal too much. Actually, no, it's not that I don't want to reveal too much. I just want to, like, say that. I just don't want to say this to no one. We might also draw another character. Like, because right now this is looking more like a different character that I had in my mind. I hate how I have this idea complete in my mind, and yet I cannot put it into this for the life of me. Oh, Damien, welcome to I Don't Know How to Draw a Circle. Okay, now that people are back, now I can say, like, okay, right now I can now say that, I'm trying to do a boss for that, like, crystal garden kind of an area, where it's, like, I don't know, this boss, it just, like, is the first boss that popped into my head. Also, Damien, I'm trying to draw characters for Metroidvania that I kind of want to make, but I'm probably never going to be able to make it, okay? Like, I want to draw that character so badly, but it's like one of those characters where you can see it perfectly in your mind, and then as soon as you try to draw it, it just will not appear the way you want it to. Like, I have no idea how to do this. As you can see, by the way, because of the fact that I'm drawing these random things that have, like, no points to them. Like, I gotta get the hair right, then I can get everything right. Nope. Nope. Oh my god, why is hair so hard to draw? Let's try another one, then. Let's try, like, a different character, a different approach. There's another boss that's, like, been in my mind for a while that I'm also probably not gonna be able to draw, but who knows, maybe. Oh yeah, Damien, there's a much harder version of him. Considered one of the hardest bosses in the game. we're gonna just do a very simple sketch for this first part. Because whoa, what was that? Okay. We're gonna do the Hollow Knight, like, we are going to do the Hollow Knight design of make black circle. Because that works for, like, every character in that game. And in Silk Song. Character I'm drawing right now, by the way, can't have too much revealed about it. I hate drawing hooded characters. Okay, let's, like, do this. Nope. How about we use, like, some of these? I don't usually use too much of these in personal drawings, but, like, I will use them when it is required. Maybe use a circle. Yes, alright, that's good. Make it an oval. Now make it maroon, because maroon is fun tectonic fact. Guess what? My favorite color is maroon. That is my favorite color of all time. I don't know why. I love maroon so much, though. Trying to find a specific shade of, like, anyway, a little bit darker. Perfect. This is just a small sketch, though, so it's not gonna look perfect, and I have to accept that, even though I know very well I will not. Why did I draw a worm? Why? What is the point? There we go. Alright, he's like... He looks kind of like a hunchback, but he's not, kind of. I don't know. Nope. That is not at all what I want. Hey, wait, I'm gonna look up Lothric and Lori. I'm pretty sure it's Lothric, because that is the guy that crawls on the floor from Dark Souls 3, so... And this guy also likes crawling on the floor. Lothric, where the hell are you in this Google page? Okay, well, that didn't help. Alright. Alright, bye, Damien. That was very fast. I gotta find, like, the right reference photo. Which is very difficult for what I'm trying to... You know what? I'ma just wing it. We can try doing this all we want with a reference, but there's usually never a reference for the things I'm trying to draw. You know what? We'll draw, like, well, let's make another layer. And let's draw these little lines for, like, where the body is gonna go. Nope, that just looks very weird. You know what? Spine. Arms. Arms. I don't... I do not like having to make a person crawl on the floor in a drawing, yet I love the concept so much. Okay, whatever, I guess this could work as a reference, kind of a bit. Usually a bit of skin over spine. Oh wait, I could probably make him more like his... Yeah, his legs could be more connected to the spine. Okay, this is kind of bad, but I'm not gonna erase it, because this is, like, the closest I've gotten to good in this sketch. That is not a thumb. He's doing a little thumbs up, no. He needs to be, like, holding a sword in one of these arms. And I might scrap the, crawling idea, because I just realized that I'm gonna finish this sketch, and I'm probably gonna scrap it because he's holding a sword. I'm not focusing on these hands, okay? He can have these, whatever that is. That's what you get for crawling on the floor all day. No! I hate that. I hate it, but it's like a first sketch, so it's like a little doodle of him. Alright. Oh wait, I think I have a good reference image for him when he's standing up. I forgot the guy. I forgot his name. I do remember what he looks like. He's the guy with long nose from Silk Song trailer. Like, and don't worry, Kron, this is not a spoiler. He was in the trailer, and also in a lot of images before the trailer, I'm pretty sure. And I don't feel safe looking this up, because as I look through this screen, I'm getting so many other bosses shown to me. Luckily, I've beaten most of them, and there's only, like, a few that I haven't, and it's showing me. And, like, I already know those, because they're also from the trailer. But, like, bro, just show me the guy with a long, silly nose. Guy with long nose. Boss with long nose. This is not... None of these guys have noses! None of them even have noses. You know, maybe it's a different character that you haven't found yet, anyway. That I have found, Nope, that is not... Dude, I remember before Silk Song everybody was talking about this guy. Now suddenly he's disappeared off the face of the planet. And the internet, apparently. The internet is the one that is far more surprising. Don't I just love trying to find a reference image and it being, like, disintegrated off the face of the internet? I thought Google was all-powerful. I'm gonna check chat soon. I just gotta, like... I have to find this. I know his, like, his name was something, like, kind of cool. I'm gonna look up scrapped bosses, because I'm guessing this one, like, may have been scrapped. Dude, they're showing me a boss that I've beaten. Like, no, that was not scrapped. None of these guys were. Where? Like, hey, my boss that attacks you with his nose, because I'm guessing he did. Sharp! That's his name, Sharp! The Steel Assassin Sharp. I don't think... This is definitely not a spoiler, because I've been seeing images of this guy for so long. But, like... Sharp. Yeah, Sharp. Alright. GIFs and Google images. Alright, we'll look at these. Alright, the crawling forward one. That one looks pretty cool. Oh, that is a... That is definitely a Wendigo. Oh, that GIF. That... I'm pretty sure that was using, like, the Holy Trinity thing. I forgot what game it was, but, like... Yeah, that was pretty good. I am going to go do the, Sharp thing. I'm going to use Sharp as a reference, because he is definitely not the best reference for this, but he's a reference. I'm pretty sure he was what my brain was taking reference from when it thought up whatever I was thinking. It was a mix between a Sekiro boss and Sharp, I'm pretty sure. In fact, this is, like, literally the hardest Sekiro boss, other than, like, maybe a few. There's a few that other people consider harder. I would consider this boss, like, the hardest one, because not even I've beaten it. But I love that game, so, like, my brain would most definitely take inspiration off of it. That is... We are not trying to draw Peridot here, no. I almost just drew, basically... I almost just drew the Peridot haircut. Let's use this. I do use this sometimes, not too much though. Because sometimes I feel like it's a little bit cheating. I don't know. It's most definitely not, but like, you cannot convince my brain of that. Actually, no, I should not. Okay. I really want to get to drawing, like, a bunch of areas and backgrounds and oh my god, and all this stuff and amazing stuff and go and make it beautiful masterpieces. And I already know I'm not going to be able to do that. Because, like, I could probably do it if I spent enough time on it, but in the stream, there's no way. That is not... How about we don't start with the circle? Let's, like... Sharp is weird, because Sharp has, like, kind of an eyeball shape for his head. I don't know if he got scrapped or not. I feel like he does not look like a later game boss. He is called the Steel Assassin, though. I haven't gotten to, like, the third act, if there is a third act. I'm 99% sure there is most definitely a third act, but I just can't prove it yet. But, like, I kinda hope this guy was not scrapped. Why does this look so awful? I don't know how to draw my mind things. My mind comes up with things just to torment me because I can't draw them. It's like an artist's worst nightmare when they can't draw something that they thought of. Okay, let's just try going. I forget that this is a sketch, so it does not have to be perfect, like, or even close to it. It can literally just be like this, with weird lines everywhere. Ah. I don't know how I am, like, supposed to be drawing Sharp. And I don't know how they drew Sharp. I'm looking at more reference images. He's got a big helmet. That's the main thing about him. You know what, I'm gonna name this guy. I have a name in mind, Simon the Sixth. You will have no idea what that means until I actually put out a game. But, like, actually, you know what? I can say a little bit, maybe, but I'm probably gonna spoil not too much, actually. Like, but Simon the Sixth. This guy is basically in the game, I plan to have kind of, like, I don't know how to explain this without it sounding very, very, very weird. Basically, in the game, there is a... Simon's basically just a con... not Simon. But, like, Simon is, like, a guy. Yep, just a guy. That's real good brain. Simon, I would consider as sort of a legend in this universe. Because this universe is basically just a place that's been corrupted and completely run down to horrifying beasts, kind of like Bloodborne. It's definitely a little bit inspired by that, but everything I do is inspired by Bloodborne. Simon is just... Simon worships the flame, which is basically just like... oh man, I can't explain things! Basically, Simon is just a guy who... Why do I keep saying that? Okay, Simon is a flame worshiper. The flame is like kind of a sort of legend in this place, which I have not named yet. Simon's basically just... Simon the Sixth is actually Simon the First, basically. Because I did not think when I made that name. Basically, Simon is an ancient legend. He is the first to worship the flame, and he is also he's also a legendary warrior. One of the, if not the warrior of that world. And he's, like, he fights for the flame, in desperation to join it, I guess. I haven't exactly figured out why he fights for the flame, because, like, the flame is basically just a cult, so, like, cults are kind of weird to figure out why they do anything. Because, like, actually, no, it's not. What am I talking about? I am going insane. Whatever, let's stop trying to draw a weird sharp nose. Because it doesn't have to be fully just sharp, but maroon. Basically, Simon the Sixth was the first to worship the flame, and he is the one... The flame is basically just, like... It's basically the first flame, kind of like from Dark Souls 1, but different. Instead of it being, like, the first flame, oh so powerful, it's much more the first flame, like, the first thing that ever gave us warmth. The first flame. The light that sparked in the darkness. The thing that brought us out of savagery. Like, the first flame was basically kind of like a transition more than an actual flame. But it was an actual flame, though. Because flames are flames. And that's real good brain. Yeah, definitely. Yes. They are. Basically, he worshipped the flame. I don't know why, I'll figure that out later. But, like... The flame is just, like... Why do I keep trying to explain the flame? I don't have that much into this yet. Basically, Simon is a warrior. I already said all this! I am going insane! Let me think of something before I actually speak again. Simon is the warrior of the flame. Flame warriors are very, very powerful. Like, I plan to make flame warriors, like, because there are obviously 6, because Simon is the 6th, aka the first. Simon was the first one to ever exist. When he went missing early, like, in the ancient times, not in the ancient times, really, but very long ago, and then 5 others decided to take his place just to try and emulate all of his power, and it took 5 people who are all still extremely powerful. Like, I can name, like, 2 of them, because I came up with 2 of them. Like, there's, like, Pyrrhus the First, like, and he's also called the Flame Envoy. And then there is Soraya the Second. Like, and also, like, Soraya is obviously... Actually, no, Soraya's not the more powerful one. Soraya is, like... Soraya has far more of, like, agility and stuff, but Soraya is very frail. And Flame Envoy is very powerful and also uses blue flames, which, if you don't know anything about flames, blue flames are far more powerful than red flames most of the time. So, you're usually gonna find that if you see blue flames in a story, for example, like Azula from Avatar, she is far stronger than her brother because she uses blue flames. And the only, like, she probably could have won against Zuko in that final, like, I forgot what it's called, but you know what I'm talking about, Kron. I'm pretty sure you've watched it at some point in your life. Because, like, you seem like the person who would watch Avatar. But, like, yeah, she won. No, she didn't win. She lost because of the fact that, first of all, she was going insane, and also because Katara was there. Okay, we gotta just, like, figure out how to draw body. Body hard to draw. Let's make shapes. Let's make shapes. Why are we, like... We are being stupid by not making shapes. Basically, Flame Envoy powerful. It's like... I can't draw people crawling from a side angle. So let's just try to do it, I guess. Let's draw him an upright angle first. Let's do that. That seems... What am I saying? We're gonna draw him in an upright angle first, because I feel like that would be easier and give us more of an idea of what we're actually drawing. But yeah, Soraya has something that keeps her alive, can't spoil it, whenever, like, just all the time. Soraya is more of, like... Flame Envoy is, like, I already hear the gods, because, obviously, envoys are basically just, like... Envoys are... Let me think. How do I describe it? I don't know that actual definition. The people who claim that they can talk to God or something above, some divine force. Flame Envoy claims he can talk to the flame, hear its churning and burning, and hear everything that is being burnt as we speak. They can hear when the ticking of the clock gets louder, or not, no. What am I talking about? I just almost made up an entire different part of lore for some reason that I never agreed with myself upon. But, like, basically, he says he can hear, like, the churning of the flames, and how, like, and he can hear the paper burning, everything. Stuff burning. He likes burning, basically. That's very obvious. Basically, he can hear... he claims he can hear the, like, burning of the flame, and can hear its will. And he follows it, and that's, like... He's, like, at the top of Candlelit City. Honestly, I don't know if I'm able to draw good character design right now. We might actually head to drawing, if I don't get better at drawing character design, we will head to drawing, like, backgrounds and areas and stuff. Even though I'm also very bad at that, like, we might as well try. Okay, this is... Well, that was quick, Damien. Alright. I I don't even know if I want to try on these hands. Wow, that looks like a child. That looks like a child with a lot of skill drew it. You know what? We're not drawing that. Okay, we're gonna head to not character design. We are going to head to design of, like, areas. I'm awful at character design right now for some reason. Alright. So, one of the areas I want to design is, you know how I was talking about the snow area, right? Like, Soraya, that's where she is. I really like the ideas that I had for that area. In fact, I've had these ideas for a long time. I just never thought of implementing them into a 2D version. So, I am going to try doing that now. Yay. Let's get, like, a general gist of what we're doing first, though. Like, what angles and stuff. How we're gonna do this. Let's do, like, a very messy sketch. Nope, that is... Basically, this church is in the place... What? The place. Wow! How descriptive! Okay, the church is in the... I was about to say in the place again. I am not very descriptive on things today. This place is in kind of a snowy area. It's in kind of an ice spikes area. If you've seen that from Minecraft ever, which you probably haven't now that I think about it because you said you didn't play Minecraft that much. Basically, you can think of it. Ice spikes. Giant spikes of ice. Or at least, I don't know. I don't actually know too much about what I'm doing with this area. All I've thought about is the fact that it has kind of like a narrow thing. We're gonna, like... There we go. Alright, there. This might look absolutely horrible right now, but this is just my very, very messy sketch of this. I'm thinking of calling this Angel Heart Church, but I honestly have no clue what I'm gonna call it. Okay, I'm gonna, like, scrap this design for a second. Not really scrap, much more of just, I want to get, like, the church down. I don't know how to draw architecture. Have I ever talked about that? No, I have not. I don't know how to draw architecture too well, or how architecture works, or how almost any of that works, because guess what? I'm not an architect. I do not do that. I don't know how buildings work. All I know is building exists. Building stands up. Building usually has pillars. And usually if it doesn't, then building collapse. And I have no idea, like... Actually, no. I have a general I'm basing this off of a Dark Souls 3 area. And Kron, I am so sorry, but I am, like... There's a snow area in Dark Souls 3. It's, like... It's just kind of a church area. It's not really... If I don't explain it too much, it's not going to be too interesting to, like, think about, so you're not really gonna, like, think it's too much of a spoiler, probably. It's just, like... Yeah, we're gonna look up... No, I did not look up Ariane. There we go. It's a cathedral. Dude, I am obsessed with cathedrals, by the way. Like, I know I don't really like... I know I just said I don't really like architecture. Actually, no, I didn't say I didn't like it. I love architecture a lot. Churches, cathedrals, I'm not personally religious. I love the architecture. I love all the spirals and all that, and the Gothic architecture. It's so cool. Let's, like, get this down. Why did I try drawing a tree? Alright, so let's do boxes. We'll, like, shrink it if we have to, because sometimes that needs to be done. Okay, this is, like... It's hard to draw, like, to properly sketch things without it just being... Okay, you know what? I could actually, like... If I think about this... I'm gonna lore dump a bit before continuing to draw, because I don't think it's a good idea to draw while talking about this, because this is very complicated. It's basically just, like, an explanation of the entire world, and it's, like, entire layout. It's not really a layout. Not the entire layout, but, like, it's basically just, like, the system, the hierarchy, everything about this world, how it works. Like, there's basically, I'm pretty sure, 5 kingdoms I'm gonna have. Basically, I already know one. One is gonna be, like, I'm pretty sure I called it, like, I don't know, Candlelit City, Astioch, something. I use the name Astioch for many cities that I come up with in my brain, just because Astioch sounds like such a cool name, and Arnowick, those two names, I love them. I love them to death. Arnowick, Astioch, they are amazing names for areas in video games. I need to have a game with Arnowick as an area. Like, Arnowick, Angelic City. I need that to pop up on my screen. But basically, the Candlelit City is, like, the first place you pop into. When and if I make a demo, the first version will be, like, 1, maybe 2 areas. Second version will be all the way up to Astioch, which actually, you know what? We're calling it Arnowick. I don't care. I'm calling it Arnowick. It fits more for what it looks like. And you know what? We're drawing Arnowick while we're talking about this, because that seems like an easier area to draw. Or at least to sketch down. Cathedrals have very, very complicated architecture. This place, I just realized this place will also have very complicated architecture. You know what? No, we're doing it, though. I'm probably gonna quit midway through just because of how annoyed I get at how bad I am at this. Because sometimes, you can say it all you want how I'm not bad. I am bad at some of this. I am not the best. And that is okay. I need to get better, though. I love backgrounds, can't draw them, though. Let's get some symmetry. Dude, I wish I could actually get properly the middle of my canvas. I can't get exactly, and that angers me. That is... Wow. Here, maybe? I found that usually when I think I'm right, I'm actually wrong, and I have to put it, like, a little bit to the right, and then stuff will work. Yeah, there we go. No, do not get back here, ruler. We're gonna draw the gateway. That seems easier than, like, other stuff. Architecture. If I can actually decide on size, like... Yeah. Let's get back to, like, talking about, the world building of this game. Basically, the kingdom it's in is obviously pretty corrupt, greedy, and stuff, because what kingdom isn't? Like, every kingdom in history, basically, is just that. But this kingdom, like, you're sent there as, like, because it's called, like, balanced spirit, or something close to that. It's definitely gonna have something to do with, like, spirit stuff. Because I've decided that's an entire game mechanic, probably. But, like, basically, the entire game... I don't know what I'm saying. Let me think before I speak. Okay, the entire game is just... Why? What was I saying? Why must I lose what I'm saying whenever I'm about to say it? Why am I drawing that first, also? Okay, so... It's corrupt. The kingdom is corrupt. I forgot what it is. Okay, except for the five, like, the five, cities. 5 cities is, like, the main thing of the game. Those areas are hyped up so much, and I'm hoping to make them gorgeous. Like, basically, the 5 cities are, like, the rich places. The places where things actually happen. And then there's also the entertainment district, but we'll get to that later. Basically, the 5 cities, like, they're the rich parts. They have everything. Everything you could ever dream of, but most people cannot get in there, obviously. Because if they could, it probably would be overcrowded. So basically, like, the first kingdom is the Candlelit City. Okay, I should talk about the actual corruptness. Basically, there are these things called, like, I don't know what I'm gonna call them, but they're basically, they look like graces from Elden Ring, and my dogs are barking outside for some reason. They're like Elden Ring graces, except they do nothing like Elden Ring graces. They just look like them. Basically, they are, they were made by Odric. I think that's what I'm gonna call him. Odric, aka False God. Or not aka, he's much more just literally Odric the False God. I call him False God because he is literally just that, a false god. He calls himself a god, claims he's a god, tells everybody, hey, look at me, I'm basically a god. And then he says, like, He basically leads people. He has this entire system made, and then he makes those things. He has one for his of his own. It's the pure white one. It's a pale one made from void. Like, it's made from basically the void of that world. You'll see what that is in the actual game. But, like, they made it so that King Odrix is completely fine. All the rest of them, they made them much cheaper and made them so that they wouldn't give them all power and stuff. But, like, it would still make them pretty powerful and able to defend themselves, and it was, oh my god, so cool. And, like, they helped everybody get their work done, make these cities, and everything. Like, all of this, they made it, but, like, the con of the townsfolk's, little things, which, for now, I'm just gonna call graces, because I don't have a name for them. The problem with the town's graces is that when they used them, they would slowly, like, corrupt themselves. They would slowly just become more and more beast-like and ragged and stuff, and their fingers would grow longer, but lose skin, and, like, their bones would show. They would become more monstrous. They would get bigger and more powerful, but they would lose their mind in the process, and rip skin, get tears, like, everything. They would not enjoy it, and they would keep using it until it's too late. And that's, like, a main point in the game. Like, is that these were used, and that's the reason why there's many things attacking you. Like, there's also people attacking you because they think that you are one of those, since you're not exactly human. In fact, every character in this game is like a bird of some sort, except for, like, a few. All of them look like birds. I don't know why I chose birds, but I did. Wait. Alright. Why? Okay, I should not have, like... Yeah, whatever. Okay, let's make a layer below everything. I drew on the wrong layer! Why did I draw on... I need to learn to get better at, like, actually drawing backgrounds. You know what, how about we move to another one, because I know it may seem like I'm just moving from every single one to another one, to another one, to another one, not finishing any of them. I will find one that I'm actually able to do. And then I'll continue to do it, and I'll actually get stuff done. It's happened before. It's how I come up with, like, most of my original characters, aka 2. Like, it's possible. That's the main thing, is that it's possible, which means I can... What? Where was I going? I keep getting lost in sentences. It's possible. That's it. Alright, so... let me think of some other areas. Ooh, I don't know if I'm still gonna include this area. I might change it, but I will definitely include the color, like, the main color of it. Here, let me look up how to get this color first, because I don't know how to get it on a color wheel. Okay, it's like a bit reddish right here about. I'm gonna make it go a little bit more over here. No. I don't know how to do, like... Okay, that should be good. That should be pretty good, at least. Now let's make a coastline. This place is called the Mojave Bay. Basically, Mojave is like, it's this color. I think. I think I got it right. I don't 100% know. But, like, Mojave is a color that I really like. Mauve and rose gold are two colors that I've liked since childhood, and I've never figured out how they're actually made. And I don't think I'll ever truly find out. No, okay. Okay, this sparkles a lot more. It shimmers a lot more in my imagination than what I actually am able to make. Okay, how about, like, rose gold? Damn it. I don't think... It's because of, like, pink gold peach in my childhood. That's... Okay. That's, I think, what's literally made me desperately search for that color for years and never find it. Because, like, I like the metallic kind of rose gold. And is this the color I'm looking for? Yes, it might be. Hold on, wait. Hang on, wait. I can get a mix between this and this, probably, to get what I want. That is the blur, not the blend. Hold on, wait. Let's get rid of, like... No, wait. No, now it's just becoming white. We're gonna... Okay, we're gonna do this. Actually... Now we're gonna do this. And we're gonna do this. Now mix. Give me the color that I want. Maybe this? Oh, yeah. Anyway, let me look at chat. Alright. I should, like... We're gonna put that up there so I can select the color. You know, let's make that the color of, like, the water. What? Oh, come on! Here, this part, there. Alright, now let's see if we can make this, like, actually seem like water. Okay, that's fine, like, let's, like, find a way. I should have worked layers more. I hate the feeling of drawing over my black line. Like, I feel like I hate it more than any other person in this earth. Take a layer down here. This is gonna be like the tutorial area too, so like... Alright. Alright, let's turn on the opacity on this, and let's see what colors we can get. There we go. Ah, this isn't going well. Let's like add some details so that it can actually look good. Yeah, I was really hoping like EJC would be here. I don't know, like I feel like he might not have been coming because of like me doing a bunch of Silk Song streams, and I'm pretty sure he hasn't played even Hollow Knight. I don't know though. But like, I don't know. He might also just have stuff to do. I feel like I just like having... I like the idea of, like, ooh, YouTube friends, YouTube people that I know for some reason. Like, I like the idea of having, like, my online life and real life separate and having a bunch of cool stuff on both ends instead of having them together. So if my real life is sucky, then my internet life is sucky. Like, I like the idea of having privacy in both real life and internet. And I feel like that is a reasonable request, but it's too late for that now, so... Yeah, it's fine, though. I have no idea what I'm doing. So you know what? Let's make a background color that is not now. Yeah, blue is definitely not gonna work because it doesn't fit the aesthetic. And we do not need brown. We gotta have something that, like, adds to it. Some sort of, like, maybe a gold, kind of? No, not that. It's gotta be, like, a lighter color. Nope. Come on. That could be good if I make it a little bit more, like, bleak. I also want to have an area that has, like, bleak in the name. Because bleak, I don't know, bleak is a cool word to me. Like, I know bleak is like, it's so bleak and dark, and oh, it's so white and bleak. Everything is so colorless, but, like, bleak can mean many things. Bleak can be, like, hopeless. That's why I, like, describe Hollow Knight in, like, the start as a bleak game. Because it doesn't have many colors. Not a bad thing. It has, like, it uses what it uses, and it uses it in a very good way. Okay, we're gonna go to another one. This one's pretty good. Not that good, but it's like, it's a beach. What else can you really do? I want to, like, make an area that's just, I have nothing for it. No references, no, like, not no references, but, like, no, I have no idea what I want to make. Because I feel like, usually, when I'm not forcing myself to specifically make something, like, if I'm not forcing myself to make a specific certain thing, then usually I come up with something pretty good. But I don't know, I also need some sort of direction. Like, I don't... I need a direction, but I don't know, like, how much of a direction I should have before it just becomes, okay, you're not gonna get this because you're not gonna get exactly what you want. You know what? Let's make one of the 2 optional areas that I want to make in, like, the demo, if I make a demo. Really, just the thing I need is, like... I need, like, somebody who knows how to code. Because I don't want to code. I refuse to do it. I want to never have to do it again. It was awful when I tried experimenting with, like, Unity and stuff. Unity is hell to learn. And I would know. Actually, no, I wouldn't know. I barely even got through the first circle. And by barely, I mean I actually didn't. I never got through the first circle of that 9 circles of hell. I got through 0 circles. Give me, like... Kron, if you can, just give me, like, a name of, like, a completely random area, like, something that's very, like, I would probably not have came up with it for almost any area in this game. Like, something that just sounds completely original, something cool, because, like, I want to make something, I don't know, I want this game to have personality. I feel like one of the things that sets Hollow Knight and Silksong apart is how much more personality Silksong has than Hollow Knight. Because Hollow Knight has a lot of personality, but, like, Silksong takes it to being so specific and so, like, and everything is so detailed, and everything has a purpose, and everything's moving. Like, and also, it has much more, like, specific areas, because, like, Hollow Knight has, like, Rain City, Crystal Mine, like, green area. It's literally green. It literally has green in the name. Versus Silksong is, like, cool windmill area with a bunch of windmills in the background and a bunch of water, and it's all being harvested to be used for power. Or, like, City of Bells. Like, Bellheart, basically. Or, like, Deep Docks, where it's, like, an entire dock on lava, where everybody's mining and stuff. Like, everything has a purpose, at least. Everything also has a purpose in Hollow Knight, but, like, the heart of a cool place to know the name. What do you mean by, like, the heart of a cool place? Like, what it would be like? I don't know. I have no idea what I would want to do for optional areas in that game. Like, I don't know, I just want, like, a random kind of biome or an area. I don't know. Like, I could do... I was thinking I was gonna come up with something before I was gonna talk, but nope. All the ideas in my head are like, every world has a heart. I mean, like, the game... Are you talking about, like, the entire world's, like, cultures and heart and stuff? Or are you talking about, like, specifically the areas? Because the world's culture is, like, the rich keep getting richer, the poor keep getting poorer, everybody dies, all this stuff. Like, and also everybody's trying to become a god, because there's apparently an opportunity somewhere that False God claims is possible, but he decided to keep his physical form. Like, the rich cities take from the poorer towns around them, and in return, the poorer towns get to live. Like, the poorer towns all have purposes. Usually, there's people in them. Everything goes towards the 5 cities. And the Heartmind Palace. Because Heartmind Palace is a very important area in that story and in that game. Heartmind is literally... Wait, I could draw Heartmind. Never mind, I don't need to get an idea, I can draw Heart Mind. I almost forgot, I have free will to draw what I want. Oh, by the way, I'm using, like, a very cool cloud brush I have right now. Like, I'm pretty sure you don't use CSP, but, like, it's called random Japanese name that I'm not trying to pronounce because I have no idea what those words mean. But, yeah, it exists. I don't know what people would call this world. I haven't came up with a name yet. I'm bad at naming places. Actually, I proved that I can name places. I'm bad at naming places that are, like, I make, because they're always so different from, like, what it should, like, a world usually doesn't have so many cultures, so many places. It's like, Hollow Knight has Hallownest, and it makes, like, kind of sense. Like, I don't know what I would call my world, though, because every time I try to come up with a name, my brain's just like, nope! That one doesn't fit the world at all! It's like, nothing fits this world. Literally nothing. That is the point. Nothing fits this world. Everyone is trying to do their own thing, and the cities are forcing them to do their thing. Everyone just wants to leave this place. That's, like, the main thing. Like, the cities are the places that are getting the most infected by the, races. And the poor places are the places that are being forced by the people who are losing their minds to get more resources so that they can continue making more graces to cure themselves, and the world goes on and on until they all disappear. Till they all die of either starvation on the lower side and the poorer side, or if they die from the graces on the richer side. I don't know if I want Heartmind to be, like, all heaven-like and everything. Because Heartmind is supposed to be, like, where, like, King Odric lives. But, or False God. Whatever, False God. But, like, also, it's False God. What? What did I mean by that? What is my brain doing today? Like, crack? That's probably what. Like, I have no idea what half the things I'm saying are. Hello, Damien. Welcome to I switch between, like, 5,000 drawings because I can't decide on what to draw and everything is hard. Ooh, I could. I actually do know by heart, the Latin word for light. It's lux, or lux, however you want to pronounce it. And I've used that word in so many, like, character names and stuff that I've came up with. Like, lux is... I don't know. We could call this place Luxine. No. What was that? Luxalier. Luxon. Luxembourg. That's already a place in real life. I already know it. I'm pretty sure I've heard of that place before. Let's make this place more unique than just, like, a literal palace. Ooh, Elvish words. I haven't heard of, like, Elvish stuff in a while. Ew, why did I choose that color? Dude, whoever made all this lo-fi made some bangers. We're talking about, like, the Metroidvania game I kind of want to make. That's the context. Oh, let's make, a sky color below all this. Alright, let's do that, and then make it a gradient. Let's make it like this. I want to show how the world below is, like, awful. This is, like, the place that has it better. Like, Heartmine Palace is where the richest of the rich go. Where not even they have problems. Like, Heartmine Palace is literally just the last area in the game. Ooh, I think that looks really good. Because Heartmine is where the pure grace is, and Damien, we're just calling them graces because they look like graces. Basically just things that you hold and you use to get, like, spells and stuff, but they slowly corrupt people, except for the pure one, which the false god has. And that one doesn't corrupt people, because specifically he uses it, and the rich can't possibly get corrupted, because why would that ever happen, ever? If the rich is making it, the rich won't get corrupted. You'll see it in everyone else. But not them. Surely it's not because they're rich. I'm also planning to make this, like, the only area where you can see the true sun. Because usually you're underground in the cave, or, like, in an illusion kind of area, like... This is the final area. You'll find nothing beyond here other than endless sky and stars. Alright, bye, Kron. Okay, time to learn architecture. I'm gonna do, like, a sketch first. No, we're not gonna do that. If there's one thing I know about palaces specifically, it is that palaces are round, castles are flat. And it's hard to draw palaces, so I'm gonna look up a palace. And never mind, apparently there's a lot of palaces that are flat on the roof. Okay, we're gonna use America. We're gonna use literally just an American building, I'm guessing. I'm pretty sure it's probably the, like, not the White House, but something like it. If I saw the White House in a Google image, I'm pretty sure it would say White House. And if it didn't, then I'm calling false advertisement on just telling me it's a palace. Because that is not a palace. That is a White House. It is a house. Alright, now we're gonna literally just copy and paste this, because why not? You can't stop me. Nobody can. Did the lo-fi end? Bro. We're not gonna play that. Because I don't know if that's, like, free or not. Dude, no. Nope. Copyright. Stay out of my stream. Dude, I want to listen to a song so badly called, like, 12 to 12 by Somber, and I love that song so much, and I don't think I can stream it because of the fact that, like, I will get so copyright claimed. Like, I need my, I need my song playing. It's an amazing song. No. This one, I guess. I really need to learn how to draw architecture. Let's see what is this again? What's the drawings I've done? No. I can't draw architecture for the life of me that it looks interesting. And my dogs are barking for some reason. Dude, I gotta remember this is a sketch and not, like, actually gonna be the end of my drawing. Why am I drawing a triangle? Okay, so, like, I gotta figure out how to draw a palace. Door. Why are my dogs barking? No, the game, I'm not gonna be the only one making the game. If I try making a game, I'm not gonna be the only one coding it. I refuse to do that. I will push myself a long way to torture, but I will not torture myself that much. Because, dude, you have no idea how horrifying code is to work with. Code is possibly the worst thing known by man to try and make anything with. Because everything that you try to make with it fails the first, like, 12 attempts if you're a professional. I don't know who would help me. I'm gonna figure that out at some point. If I find somebody. Who knows? So far, I've made 2 YouTube friends. I've made, like, Kron, which I know for sure, and I've made EJC, technically, which I don't know 100%, but I'd say that, like, at least acquaintances of the internet. Like, I have people... I might be able to find a few more people that are, like, able to code. Because code is not fun at all to try and do anything with. Why am I making a clock tower? I need to know what I'm actually trying to draw right now. Because Heart Mind Palace is way too important of an area. I don't know if I can draw this, like, right now with my skill level. You might have somebody. I'm sorry, what? What? What do you mean, might? How do you, like... I think if somebody knew how to code, you, like, didn't 100% know, I don't feel like that's easy to not 100% know. Because that is a very interesting fact about a person. Like, knowing that a person is, like, that's basically your tell on this person is insane. I don't know what I'm drawing. And I keep looking away from my reference to look at chat. We're gonna try doing whatever the hell this is right now. And I'm looking at chat again, making the same mistake. No. Because it's not a full game that I would need to really make. The only thing I would actually really need to make is, like, one area for the game for, like, a demo. Because, like, I just need a demo, and then I can actually make a game. Because obviously, very obviously, I can't make a game with 2 people. Team Cherry made Silksong in 7 years with 3 people. So 3 is the magical number. Like, 1 for arts, 1 for, like, design of the world, and 1 for coding. Because you need an entire guy for coding because of how awful it is to do. I'm gonna add clouds for some reason, even though I really don't need them, and I really should get rid of them. No, I did not want to go back to this image. I have no idea what I'm doing right now. Architecture is difficult, okay. Let's just start adding random things and hope something works. Let's make a base for the 8,000th time. Let's move on to a new drawing, because that'll definitely cure this. I know this is definitely wrong to be moving to a new drawing right now, and I'm definitely screwing myself over. But also, who cares? I really just want to get one good drawing. And architecture is hard. And I have to do more architecture for, like, any other area anyway, though, now that I think about it. How does Team Cherry do this? Okay, let me think for a second about what I'm gonna make. You know, let's make some concept art for a boss. I know I tried to do that earlier this stream and it did not go well. But you know what? Let's do it again. So like I said earlier, basically everything in this game is a bird creature. The entertainment district is where this boss is. Like, this boss is basically just, like, I can't explain it. Peacocks. That's what I'm, like, that's one word. Entertainment district is, like, the obvious choice for a bird there is peacock. Those are, like, the most impressive birds for, like, visuals. You know what, first let's, like, make the arena. This should be simple, because it's literally just a game, like, actual level design. But watch me still somehow spend, like, 5 hours on this. Dude, how does Team Cherry do this? How can anyone do this without, like, how can any one person make, like, a bunch of backgrounds and not want to blow their own head off? Basically, the entertainment district is kind of like, it's more like a Japanese kind of an area. Nope, that is not what I want. Go, there we go. We're not gonna make a complicated background. No, actually we are. Nope, we have to. Okay, you know what? No, we can't make the background or else I'm never gonna get anything done. Alright, let's do the thing I'm actually pretty good at, a little bit at least, which is character design. We're gonna color its eyes for some reason. also down here. I'm doing birds because I actually really like drawing birds. It's like a thing. I don't really draw birds too much. I really like drawing them. They're fun. They have fun shapes to draw. And they're cool. Am I the only one that thinks birds are cool? There are a lot of people that are like straight up bird haters. I like birds so much. Like, birds are amazing. Birds are like one of my favorite animals. Other than hermit crab. No. Right there. Okay, that's the first design, I guess. Alright, let's do the second. Yeah, probably just like an hour, maybe 2 more. Two more. I already said hours. What, do you want me to stop streaming right now or something? Okay, this is, like... I like drawing birds, but, like... Let's try making main character bird. How about that? I'm drawing the player right now. Why did the chat numbers just go up to 3? The name is whatever you want. This is based on Hollow Knight. Based on Hollow Knight, and literally in Hollow Knight, the name is literally just Knight. Or ghost. Sometimes people call him ghost. I think it's just because Hornet calls the night ghost sometimes. No. I cannot draw a bird suddenly. Oh my god, I can't draw an actual intricate and unique body. I have no idea who the third person is. Some stalker in chat, probably. What am I doing? Hmm. No, that is way too long of legs. That is way too short of legs. His weapon's actually going to be interchangeable. It's going to have, like... The game's called Balanced Spirits, and it's going to be, like... kind of like Soulsborne with a system of, like, you can balance your chakras and stuff. And, like, level up different chakras and attributes and stuff. By the way, no, I do not know how chakras work or how any of that works. I'm just purely guessing. There we go, that's good. I'm starting to actually like my design now. I gotta get my phone charger real quick. I feel like the arms are gonna be the hardest part of this. When you can't draw the legs, make him way too short. That's what you have to do. When in doubt, make short. You know, Damien, remember when you said you really didn't want to play Hollow Knight? And I remember when you said that the boss is, that, like, a boss or something. I forgot what you said about it, but you said something about it. I'm pretty sure it's False Knight. I'm gonna move, the right side boot a little bit left. My stream schedule is weekends, usually, and sometimes Thursdays. There we go, I think that's pretty good. Now the point is, like, that it's not slim. The point is that it's weird proportions, because this guy's a weird little guy. Yeah, he's, like, the entire lore on this guy is that a higher being, like, there's a higher being that isn't exactly high enough to change the world, however, it can create him to go change the world for it. Like, the entire game, like, one of the main things that you'll see is, like, the things that lead you towards the decision to either, like, help this being, or look for the ending where you just, like, give up your body and decide that you're not going to help this world. Like, you get to decide in this game whether you like this world or not. You get to decide whether you want to help or not. You get to decide whether you use, like, your infinite spirit, which, like, your entire lore is, like, the reason you respawn in this game is literally just because of the fact that you were created from literal, like, black, like, I don't know how to, like, you were made from literal, like, black gulch and, like, disgusting stuff. You were made from, like, oil and a bunch of random weird discharges from factories, and you were made from a bunch of waste products, and that turned you into this. You got turned into, like, a creature of this world because you Like, your spirit was created and weaved by this, like, kind of a deity that has a physical form. Your spirit was made by that, and then it was put into your, like, it was put into this black gulch, and it's not, like, truly your body. It's a bunch of trash. That's what you are in this game. Like, you're just a bunch of trash with a spirit possessing it. Which is why every time you die, your spirit will just go back to wherever the last, like, your spirit will just find more trash to possess and then re-become this. So you can't die by normal means. Like, the way to achieve the true ending is to go into an area that looks kinda like, well, not the true ending, actually. But, like, the way to receive what I'd consider the you chose this ending. Like, the way to get the ending where you just give up your body and you give up your soul and you're finally able to be free from this world instead of being forced to save it and become a god, like, formless and everything, and then change the world for the greater good and stop these wars. The way you choose not to do that is to go to a place that looks kind of like, I forgot what it's called. Hey, wait, the fishing hamlet from Bloodborne. There's an area like fishing hamlet. It looks kind of like that area. It's depressing. Everything is raining. It's like everything, and you're like kind of sludge. The sludge that created you can start like melting if you go to a certain part of it, and like you'll get a cutscene. You'll find like a bench or not a bench. You'll find like whatever I decide the checkpoint in this game is. You'll find that, and then like you'll find that, and when you sit at it, you'll have the choice to like walk. I don't know. I'm gonna find some way to indicate that you're about to get an ending or not. But like you'll have a choice, and like it'll play a cutscene of you like getting up from the checkpoint and starting to walk and seeing yourself like melting away and seeing yourself like melting and dripping onto the ground and going towards like a sewage drain, and it's like depressing. And eventually all of your trash, including your spirit, goes down that hole and you just are free. You're not like, and you go into just a literal abyss. Like, you're not in a good place. You're not in a bad place either. You're just gone. It's basically what hell actually is, according to many religions. It's not like a bunch of fire and anguish. It's not a bunch of torture. It's just separation from literally everything. Like, you get dropped into an area that you only go into one other time to fight a boss, and it's like literally just a void where below it's just an entire sea of oil and that gulch and everything that creates you. Mainly oil. Like, there is so much oil below this land, but they don't need most of it. Like, you get dropped into, like, oil lake. I don't know what I'm gonna call it. Like, it's basically just a sea of oil and void and everything. Like, I don't know, I'm gonna figure it out. But, like, that area, I want it to be, like, one of an endgame areas, but, like, have it be the literal easiest endgame area. Like, truly depressing. Nothing here actually is, like, I don't know, nothing there has any purpose of, like, living. Nothing wants to be there. Like, the only reason they're gonna, like, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna make them all walking towards, like, the area you're going to, and eventually the area you're going to is the drain that leads to freedom. That's one of the endings! Isn't it a super fun one? Like, the other ending, there's two other endings. One where you become a god, but, like, not really a god, you'll see, and then the other where you truly become a god. Because, like, when I actually release more concept art for areas and places and stuff in this game, you'll see certain things that are in every area that have importance. Like, certain aspects, certain elements to each and every single concept art that are important to the entire world. Yeah, like, none of the enemies they don't do much damage. And now I have to draw arms. I don't think I can draw the arms of this guy. It's very difficult. This is the truly depressing part about him. His arms are weird. Weird arms. If you let's not make those sleeve things and literally just make, like, the arms. I was thinking you were about to say, like, have an NPC quest line with, like, that gives you a boss, because trust me, there already is. And I don't know what that boss is actually gonna look like, but I think that is gonna be a cool boss. There we go. Isn't he amazing? I'm gonna have those as, like, his wings and also arms at the same time. Alright, I think we've got the design, or at least the first design, for our main character. Alright, now I'm gonna get out of this chair because it's starting to get uncomfortable. And I'm, like, we're probably gonna draw a little bit more this stream, but, like, I'm gonna take a little bit of a break while still talking, just on the floor with my mic. Okay, I gotta, like, untangle a bunch of cords. Because I want to talk about lore and boss fights, and oh my god, I want to talk about so much about this, like, my ideas, and I desperately don't want to lose these ideas. There we go. Now, I can sit on the floor! Yay! Alright, so let's talk about, like, that, fight that has an NPC quest before it. Based on the characters and stuff I've mentioned, do you want to take a guess on either what character or what area it's in? Like, so far, we've got the areas of, like, I want to think of, like, because some of these I haven't named. We've got, like, the area that's, like, a bunch of purple crystals and flowers and gardens and stuff. We've got we've got Mind Heart Palace, which is literally the final area. We've got, let me think of that area that I wanted to, like, have Blake in. Um, Bleak Soul City. That's what I'm gonna call it. Bleak Soul. It's gonna be one of the cities. It's official. Bleak Soul City. That sounds so cool. Damien, what do you think of Bleak Soul City? What do you think of that name? Is it cool? I think it's cool. Like, do you think Bleak Soul City sounds awesome? Because I think Bleak Soul City is a really cool name for a city. Alright, so that's another area that it could be in. We have Mojave Bay. We have Angel Heart Church. Um, hmm. There's a few other areas I know it. I'm forgetting the names though. Oh yeah, we have Candlelit City, aka Astioch. Or actually, no, Arnowick. I forgot. I named it Arnowick, not Astioch. And then I'm gonna name one more area. Um. Oh yeah, the Entertainment District. I'll call that like Ekyons. I don't know how to pronounce like whatever you like. I don't know what to call it. Just call it the Entertainment District. Which one of those do you think is the starting area? The tutorial area is Mojave Bay. Tell me which one of those you think is the NPC quest that leads to a boss fight. Or at least the one that I've come up with. There's probably going to be like a few more. Malum District is not. Actually, name one of the areas that I named. Which one do you think it would be in? Entertainment District? Wrong. The NPC quest that leads to a boss fight is in Angel Heart Cathedral. Which, I know I said church, I'm renaming it to Cathedral. I think Cathedral fits better because of the fact that even though it is a small church and stuff, I'm gonna call it Cathedral because Cathedral sounds cooler. But no, the entire quest line takes place in one area. It's a side quest. It takes place specifically in Angel Heart. Because Angel Heart is like the snow area, and it has like. Have I explained the flame to you yet? The flame of the game. Tell me if I've explained the flame. Yeah, I know. I already have a rival. Like I already know. I've got that formula. Okay. Now tell me if you know about the flame. If you were there for that part of the stream. Alright, so the flame is a god, basically. It's worshipped by some people, and it's basically, the flame that they look up to is some sort of godly force. Something that influences them every day. And something that they decided to embrace and try to become part of. They want to become part of it, and they don't believe in the true god, or false god. Because false god Odric There's false god Odric, which is basically like a king of the lands. He basically calls himself a true god. He is not a god. He's just very powerful as a human. Or not a human, as a bird. Basically they don't believe in either false god nor do they believe in what I'm gonna say is the eternal mind. Cause eternal mind is basically just I can't explain too much on it. It's talked about a lot in the game. There's not actually a lot of information about it. They just say worship the true mind. But they don't believe in either of those. They believe in the flame. And one of those people is Simon the Sixth. Simon the Sixth is he's an ancient warrior, the first of the flame. But he's called the Sixth because he was the first. But when he died, 5 other knights were appointed in his place, or at least when he went missing. 5 other knights were appointed in his place, and he was, basically... Oh, wait, where are we going? 5 other knights were appointed in his place, and because that's the only amount of knights that could actually, replicate his amount of sheer power and flame, because he was just the first of the flame. He was the one who mastered the flame. He used it in every attack. He was just, he was basically just an embodiment of fire. And then, the 5 others, one of them is... I've only come up with the names for 2 of them. And that is, Virus the First, aka the Flame Envoy, who claims that he can speak to the flame and hear it churning and burning. And then there is Soraya the Second, aka, Soraya the Second is the one who has the, Soraya the Second is, how do I put this? Soraya the Second is is a part of the quest boss. She is not the boss, however, she is a part of the quest to get to the boss. You do have to kill her, though. She is not the main boss, though. Like, she's more of just, like, a strong enemy. Because the Flame Knights are obviously very powerful, since they have to replicate the most powerful person ever, like, existing there, other than maybe Odric. So, like, Soraya had to be powerful, right? And she was. Because Soraya had a unique gift of, like, how do I say it? Like, she worshipped the flame more than anybody. She was more like, it's like how there was, like, holy wars versus worshipping and stuff, and the extreme religious versus extremism. There's, like, extremism in religion versus extremism in, like, wars that's used for religion. And, like, all the other ones were usually used as, like, offense. But Soraya was more like the defense of the group. She's kind of like, just, I don't know. She is more of, like, the religious side. That's why she's in, Angel Heart. You'll find Soraya in Angel Heart. She is the keeper of the church. And it's, like, the strictest church in, like, anywhere. And it's almost impossible to get to. Because, guess what? The five knights are so hidden because they are, like, the hardest bosses. Like, I'm planning to make them literally the hardest bosses to beat because they're secret bosses. And Soraya will be a strong enemy. Can't spoil too much, though. Stop saying Lord Souls. Like, Soraya is kind of, like, based off of, like, what's her name again? Sister Freed from Dark Souls 3. Because she uses a Black Flame. Basically, Black Flame is, I don't know, Black Flame is something to do with religion and true belief in the flame, I guess. Not true belief. Like, it's kind of more like Cold Flame. Like, I could call it Cold Flame Church now that I think about it. Yeah, I'm obviously gonna let you test run it out of all people. If I actually am able to make this game and get a coder friend and something, then you are probably gonna be one of the first people in the literal developers to play it. Granted, that does mean you're probably going to play some of the worst versions of it and fight some of the worst bosses of it. Like, you're going to fight the bosses before their annoyingness is toned down. You do realize that, right? Like, you're going to fight the fully unpatched versions of every boss, every enemy, every area. All of it. Completely unpatched. You're going to be the first one through it, which means that there's going to be no other criticisms of it. I'm trying to come up with, like, the third one. Bro, like, I'm pretty sure we both have almost the same amount of patience with some bosses. Like, I only have less patience when a boss is literally just annoying. Like, I have a lot of patience when I actually like a boss. For example, like, if you look at me fighting Last Judge in Silksong, that boss, I didn't get mad a single time when I was in the boss. I only got mad over the run back. Like, Phantom, I didn't really get mad at the boss. Like, I really just get mad at bosses when they're either unoriginal or they're annoying and hard. For example, I did get angry at Chapter 10 Black Rabbit Brotherhood, but that's because, that boss sucks. I don't care how much patience I should have, how patient I should be. Um, I don't care. I want to, like, whoever came up with that idea have them work on a different game. Have them work in, like, finance or something. Like, don't let them work anymore. Just, like, end it all. Like, end them. Oh yeah, also you'd have to do all the optional bosses, including, like, also I forgot to mention, I would try to make this game very difficult. Like, no, it can't be too difficult for, like, a 2D game, but it's definitely going to be, like, difficult. Like, anger, hopefully, will be induced. And also, there's probably going to be at least one annoying boss, because for some reason it's impossible to not get an annoying boss. What do you mean, not like difficulty? What? Not like Soulborn difficult, not like Hollow Knight. Why? Huh? It's going to be, like, there's gonna be a parry mechanic, and there's also going to be, like, no, I'm saying that I might add something annoying, but that's probably, like, I'm saying I might just because I don't know how to develop a game or something, and that means that I might add something annoying because of the fact that, like, no, I'm not even saying that I think I'll definitely add something annoying. I'm saying based on the fact that every developer ever has added something annoying to their game, I'm guessing there's gotta be some reason that they're hiding from us on why. Like, I don't think I'm gonna actually add something annoying on accident. I think I might get desperate to add that boss. Also, you should name, like, tell me a random, like, biome slash area slash cool thing, like, kind of a cool area idea for, like, an optional area. Because when I make the second demo, not the first demo, I will make you parry. You will parry. I'm adding, like, attacks that will be lit up as, like, red that you have to parry. Okay? That's what I'm doing. That mechanic will exist, okay? Give me a cool area idea, though. Like, very interesting, very unique for a, like, optional area. Because, I want to, like, have at least one optional area in the second demo. And I'm saying second because first is literally just going to be, like, Mauve Bay, and then one other area. Just to show what the game actually is in the first place. Because I can't exactly make it, like, a I can't make an entire, like, 7 areas or something in a demo. That'd take me a year. Probably more. Volcano. Hmm. Yeah, but there's a bunch of games that do something more unique. Even more unique for some reason. Oh, wait, before you actually name another area, tell me if you want the area to be, like... Do you want the area to be completely separated from all the other civilization? Do you want it to be, like, kind of separate from that and, like, be its own and be rich? Do you want it to be part of it and be poor? Do you want it to be part of it and be rich? Because I don't know how it can be part of it and be rich. I don't really want to do volcanoes. Actually, I do. I'm gonna do volcanoes later in the game, though. I already have that planned out. Like, there is literally an area that there is a massive area that literally just turns into a war field, like, at the very end of the game. Because, like, if I was to make a map... Anyway, alright, we're gonna save this drawing real quick, because, like... And then I'm gonna make you a little map of, like, what some of the game would look like. The areas that I've planned out, kind of. Like, generally, what it kind of looks like. Alright, so... Over here, we've got, like... Let's get, like, Mauve Bay out. This is the bay. We're gonna have awful writing for this. But that's just because I'm, like, bad at writing things. Down here is, like... Okay, we got, like... Okay, I'm just gonna much more, like, say, we gotta make this more of an, like, actual map. Alright. Do you understand this right now? Do you understand what this means? I know it's pretty simple, but just tell me. Because it's dramatic. Tell me what this means. If this is a map. Tell me what this means. No, Mindheart is the last area. No, it it means Mindheart. It means Mindheart is above everything. There's Mindheart. Let's say, like... And then there's, like, let's see what we'll call this. Hmm. This is the Silver Crest. Silver Crest is, like, literally just this thin thing. I need to make this thinner, actually. Why did I do this? This is the Silver Crest. Basically, this is, like, the thing that's stopping people from going up into Mindheart from below. Because Mindheart Palace is specifically for Odric and some of his nobles and royals. Notice how I didn't say family. Down here, we've got... I don't know what this area would be called, but, like, I do know that volcano... I would not have time over the weekends. Actually, maybe for a little bit. Like, I can't tell you on stream, but I can tell you over text. Like, I'll tell you a little bit later. Volcano areas, though. You could go inside of these, but I don't really want to do a lava area. Like, I want it to be something that's just, like, in the first area, too, because volcanoes, in, like, the demo kind of an area, the second demo, at least. Second demo, like, chapter 1, basically, it's over here on this side of the map. Like, Mindheart is very far away from the, like, Volcano and Mindheart are very far away from, like, it's like over here is that, and then this is the demo area. I made this smaller for some reason, I don't know why. But, like, it's very far apart, okay? So if it was going to be in the demo, then it would have to, like, I'd have to add an entire new volcano. Like, come up with another area idea. Underwater, that I've wanted to do an underwater area in video games for so long. That actually works. No, I don't want them to get an item to breathe underwater, because I want it to be like, I want it to be more of like, they have a time limit all the time. Like, you can never breathe underwater. Actually, you know what? No. They can breathe underwater. But if you remember the lore about this little guy, what do you remember happens when this guy gets rained on? Like, specifically by wastewater. Because wastewater is what rains on him in the cutscene. What do you think? Do you remember what happens when he gets, like, water on him? Tell me, what happens if he gets water on him? Yep, melt. So if he goes in the water, he can breathe underwater. Actually, no, he can't. He doesn't need to breathe. But, like, the con is that, he'll melt underwater. That's why you have a time limit. You have to get out of the water. So, like, basically, the entire area will be, like, more or less just, like, desperation to live. Let's make, like, a little bit of a map. Um, of, like, just the demo. Moave. Alright, once you finish this, shell tower, that's, like, the main tutorial. So then I gotta decide the other area, like, the second area for basically the first and, like, main demo. Okay, but before we do that, over here... First of all, wall. And second of all, um, Arnovic. Handle it city. Now, I want there to be, like, two ways in. to Ollie. There's probably going to be two ways into Arnowick. Because firstly, there is like over here. We've got like let me think. The Crimson Courtyard. That's what I'm gonna name it. Everyone's gonna like in the first two areas, in like the first demo, gonna think, oh, everything's just named after a color. No. Oh, my phone is lagging so much. What did you just type? Whatever it did, it casted a spell on my phone. I guess after you beat Moab, I don't know where you'd go from the bay. Maybe you had like a sinkhole opens up, and then you fall down into like Crimson Courtyard. Then up this way, you've got like I don't know the actual city entrance. This is what this is. I don't know what this would be called though. Like how about like make it maybe a mountain? Yeah, a mountain to get up there. Yeah, you gotta go up like a mountain with a bunch of steps and stuff, but it's all ruined, so you have to go through different ways. Kind of like blasted steps. One second. Alright. We got Mount Tenebrelux. 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 That's what it's called, yep. And then the other way in is like right from the Crimson Courtyard. We've got to get like some of the towns. How about down here? Hmm. like, what would be a good name for the town? The Borough. It's perfect. It's a poor town, and they're hiding. The Borough. That's gonna be like the final area in the first like. Hey man, I gotta text you real quick. It's gonna be like the last area in the in I forgot. In the demo, the first demo. There's your answer. Stream ends in like I don't know, a little bit. Once we figured out this map. Alright, so we've got like alright, so let's think about this. So mines. That's one of the things that poor people do. Um we've got mines. Things that that like people who are kind of enslaved do. Mines, gardens slash like fields and farms and stuff. Um we've got like what else? Bro, I'm trying to figure out stuff that like people who are like because the entire world is basically revolving around these five cities, and Arnowick basically has the borough enslaved and doing their will. So like we got to figure out what jobs there are before actually making the areas, because making areas means that there has to be a reason for those areas to exist. Like Moave Bay is like the last place where you'd actually find like some semblance of life and old life and stuff. Though it does have some pollution in the water. That's how you end up there in the tutorial area. Is like you're made from some of the pollution in the gulch and mold and stuff. Crimson Courtyard is right outside Mount Tenebrelux. Tenebrelux. Crimson Courtyard's outside of that because Crimson Courtyard, like, I don't know, I might add a castle over here. Crimson Courtyard has to have something. It could be an old abandoned castle. Mount Tenebra is like is literally just there to make sure that people. It's basically kind of a tourist spot, and also at the same time, it's also at the same time like a place to go to get into Arnowick, one of the main cities. Borough is the place where all like the enslaved people live, where everybody who's working for the cities live. Specifically Arnowick in this place. So now we have to figure out the purposes for the other areas. And also Shell Tower is something for religious stuff. It's really just an excuse to give a tutorial area. Like, Burrow leads into, like... Ooh, it could be, like, okay. Cave Gardens, like... Amethyst Gardens. That's what I'm gonna call it. Crystal Gardens, actually. You know what? Yeah. Crystal Gardens is like both for like getting plants and crops and stuff, and also for mining a bit. For mining, it's much less though for mining for actually like good materials to make specific. It's more for like actual art and stuff for those crystals instead of getting actual materials to make like fuel and devices and all that. It's more just crystals to make statues and art and carvings. So like you've got crystal gardens. Then I guess we could get like we have to have a way into getting into entertainment district because entertainment district is like up here. And then there's like a little extra part that I'm gonna talk about at some point in another stream up here to entertainment district. We're gonna call this like Carisi Studios. Then this is like stop generating numbers. Carisi Studios, and then like I want this to be the more like actual Japanese area. Because like this over here is just like the movie studios and stuff. All of that. Versus this is like actual culture and everybody's actually up there. And all the actual citizens of this area who are kind of cut off from all this are just like letting them use that space in return for just not being invaded and forced to work. We'll just call it Khaleesi Crown. We have to have something connecting it. Is this looking actually pretty good for a map? This is literally only like the second demo. Hmm. Second demo, because first demo is just gonna be like Mauve, Crimson Courtyard, Burrow, and then maybe a little bit of Crystal Gardens if I'm feeling lucky. Or not lucky, if you're feeling lucky. If if I'm feeling generous, that's the word. Hmm. I don't want Crystal Gardens to be like completely optional. We're gonna move Crystal Garden. Wait, I already added something up here. Never mind, we're not moving Crystal Gardens, I guess. Crystal Gardens is gonna have like this circle represents something. Mount Tenebri Mount Tenebra looks you need like an item, I guess. That's probably somewhere over here. And if you get this item, you can continue up here to get into Khaleesi Studios early, and then use that to go into Arnowick, like the Candlelit City. Because Arnowick is the main goal of the first, like, or the second demo. Arnowick is the place you want to get to. Like, basically, the thing is, you start in Mauve, you go to Crimson Courtyard, you go down to the Burrow, you discover these townsfolk. You can either go into Crystal Gardens, get the item, go over here, go up whatever this is, use the item, go continue going this way, go through this late game area, and go into the other late game area. And then you could either do that, or you could go through here, go to a few areas over here, then go back this way, and go up to Arnowick through Mount Tenebrelux. Maybe I'll put a beach ball in the game, I don't know. Probably in Mauve Beach if I do. You know, in the final game, I'll put it in, like, if you get an ending, whenever you get an ending, you just get, like, one thing put in Mauve Beach, you'll get, like, a picnic set, or a beach ball, and eventually it'll be a complete, like, place for you to just sit in a chill place. And then you'll get the final checkpoint there, and then you'll get an achievement. It'll end in, like, 10 minutes, maybe. Probably 10 minutes. Once I get this map down. I'm just wondering, Damien, how many, do you think I should give them, actually, obviously I should give them Dash in this. This would be absolute hell without it. But where do you think I should put Dash? Where should I put Dash? Like, in all of this, like, I'm not putting it in Mauve Bay. Like, so, where? Mount Tenebra remember, Mount Tenebra is a later game area. It's right, both Kalir, it's as late game as an area as, like, Khaleesi. Crimson, are you sure? Not Crimson. At the end of Crimson. Do you think end of Crimson should be good? Like, end of Crimson Courtyard? Alright, so end of Crimson Courtyard, you get, like, Dash. That means once you're at the Burrow, Crystal Gardens, like, Crystal Gardens, I don't think would have any abilities, it would just have the item. Should Mount Tenebrelux have an item? Because remember, this is only, like, one of the parts of the game. There is so much more after this. There's 4 other cities, and a bunch of new areas. It's going to be a pretty big game. Like, all the other areas before cities are definitely going to be smaller, but, like, it's going to be, like, 2 more of these, probably. Like, 2 more of, like, this amount of areas, plus the other, like, 2 or 3 areas I'm probably going to add on the right side. Like, so, I don't know how many abilities I should give them in this area if I'm going to have so much game after this. Because there's, like, so much game to go through after Candlelit City, or like Arnawick. I don't know what I'm calling it anymore. But like, there's so much gameplay after that that I don't think I should put double jump in this. Like, I think Khaleesi and Mount Tenebra looks, I feel like, shouldn't have items because they can be done interchangeably. Which means that, like, we gotta put them in, like, actual required areas. So let's make the next area. Okay, other than mines and gardens and crops, what else do rich people take from the poor? Give me an example. Other than money. Money is obvious. Like, it's how they make money. I think I'm gonna add something after Crystal Gardens while I'm waiting. Because I feel like could be. I feel like there definitely could be something after Crystal Gardens. Not children. Something that we could turn into an area. Not. Holmes is the borough. And also, they wouldn't want to live in the borough anyway. They'd want to live in Candlelit City. Wax mines! Wax mines! Wax mines. Mines for, like, whatever. They can use something different for wax. Like, um. Anyway, let me look up what else wax is. Like, what substitutes for wax there are in candles. Maybe one of them will fit. Okay, let's make up a new material for them to be mining for, the wax for the Candlelit City. Coric. We're gonna, like, do you think Coric is a good name for the material? We're gonna say that it is. Nope, we're not done with the map. We still have to connect, Khaleesi to Korik somehow. Yeah, then we're done. Hmm. Oh my god, my phone is freezing up so badly. Hmm. Oh, I think I have a very, very good idea. People will love it. Okay. Oh, people will be so happy to see the area. Like, people will be oh so happy. Oh, they will be. People will be so happy, Damien. They will be. They really will be. So you know he wanted to he wanted to play test that game and the demos and all of that. You know how like you really wanted to do that, and it was gonna be really fun, and it probably still will be. And you remember how happy you were. Like, do you know? Don't you know? Oh my! Don't you remember how much you wanted to though? Oh, doesn't this sound fun? Doesn't this sound so fun? Rotten Railway. Such a cool area name, right? That's so cool. I wonder what could be there. Alright, can I ask, like, what I should do for lore on this area? I feel like I'm gonna make it like they tried to make a railway, but Odric demanded they stop. Like, Odric demanded that they stop this railway immediately because it would, like, put too much travel outside of the area. So it's just left there. They didn't, like, even get rid of it. They just left it there. And you'll get to play the unpatched, completely unfiltered area. Nothing will make it easier. No, no, don't leave, please. No, no. Just let me finish the map. Listen, you can have time in like 5 minutes. No, please. Please. Please just stay until I finish this, okay? Yeah, I just had to figure out what to put above quark mines. Just have to figure out what to put above quark mines. I already know what I'm gonna put above that. I'm gonna do lavender roots. Let me explain also, like, a bit of the map before you leave, too. And then you can finally go. What do you call, like, the towers with bells in them? I know it's, like, not called bell tower, right? Clock tower. Alright, and the map is complete. Now, let me just explain it a bit before you leave. We've got to add something here, but I'll add something later. Alright, so, Moave, you already know that. Crimson Courtyard is just, like, the courtyard outside of whatever abandoned castle I'll put over here. And that'll, like... Alright, let me explain, like, Tideworks Tower, Lavender Roots, and Rotten Railway, and why they're there. Lavender Roots is, like, below a bunch of plants and gardens and stuff. It's, like, also Crimson Courtyard is kind of a part of it. It's just the other side. But it's more, like, abandoned and stuff, because people never go there. Like, Rotten Railway, Abandoned Elevator, Tideworks Tower, and Lavender Roots are all abandoned, okay? Coric Mines, Crystal Gardens, and a little bit of Crimson Courtyard are being used for materials by Burrow for Arnowick. Tenebrolux Mount Tenebrolux is the place where they transport that, and also where tourists go and stuff from Arnowick. Khaleesi Crown is the actual part of Khaleesi. Khaleesi Studios is the peacock-infested place, where all the acting and entertainment is done. And then, like, let me just explain a little bit more, and then we'll be done. Coric is where they get the candle stuff. Like, it's Lavender Roots is above. It was tricky doing, like, Lavender Roots, Rotten Railway, and Tideworks Tower, because Tideworks was the easiest one. I had this in mind for a while, of having, like, a sea tower. Lavender Roots, I just came up with. And then Rotten Railway was probably the hardest one to come up with because of the fact that Rotten Railway, I had to figure out how it was getting infected, and I realized I could just have it getting, like, rotted by literally just metal being there for too long and bugs infesting and stuff. Tideworks Tower is less infested and stuff, but it's still, like, broken down and stuff and has to have some stuff done to it to go up. Lavender Roots is, like, the least infested of any of them, because, like, every bug is scared off by all the noises below. So, like, it's basically just a bunch of empty space with, like, some enemies, but it's, like, one of the most beautiful areas because it has the least amount of almost anything. Crimson Courtyard. No. I cannot add another tower. Actually, no, Shell Tower's over here. We've got Shell Tower, remember? We've got its, like, tutorial twin. Like, Rotten Railway is the trickiest one for the lore, but I'm just gonna say Rotten Railway was originally like a way to go to another kingdom that's far away, but like they stopped it about right here because King Odric demanded they were not allowed to leave. Because leaving would mean he would like leaving would mean they would have committed a sin and would be going to eternal like and they would be going to eternal hell. So Arnawick is one of like the fifth like Arnawick is the first city you find, so that's pretty simple. It's where it's why everything else here exists. Like Mount Tenebrelux wouldn't be like ruined or have any of its stupid like all of its architecture and stuff if it wasn't for Arnawick. Khaleesi Studios would not be Khaleesi Studios and would not really exist if it wasn't for Arnawick wanting entertainment. Khaleesi Crown is like the only one that would exist without it. Abandoned Elevator was created by some of Arnawick, but not all of it. But a lot of other people said no. Rotten Railway, same thing. Rotten Railway and Abandoned Elevator were that. Tideworks Tower. Tideworks Tower, I'm gonna have like this be an ocean kind of an area, I guess. Tideworks Tower was like it's a tricky one. Tideworks Tower is definitely like a clock tower, and it has like bells ringing, and it tells people like of the civilization out here. Like, oh, this could be the optional underwater area you're talking about. Hang on, mate. Let's finish this map right now. First of all, let's make like underwater castle. Wait, I could make it's underwater, so I couldn't make it the flame castle. I gotta make an area that has something to do with the flame, so it could be this, and it got flooded though. Flame Palace. It's simple, okay, that's not that much. No, not yet. The rest of these areas are pretty simple. Like, we have Docktown. Let's add one final area, which is like the blue flame. Damien, do you want to do some speculating on this area right here? Please, like, just a little bit more. This is the end. Like, this is the map. We're done. Don't you see how there's, like, basically no empty spaces left? There's, like, two, and they're very small. Like, speculate a bit on the blue flame altar. I'm not gonna actually explain that one yet. Like, Flame Palace is to do with, like, the flame and stuff, and it's where you meet, like, a few worshippers of the flame. They'll be important for, like, the entire game. Docktown is pretty self-explanatory. It's the one who used the Tideworks Tower. Lavender Roots is literally just there. And then I guess, like, Tideworks Tower is probably getting some roots going up it from lavender. And then Coric Mines is where they get all the, like, we already know this. Alright, this is the final map. We've got Mauve Bay, Crimson Courtyard, the Flame Palace, which is a much later game area. Not later game, but like later in this specific part of the game area. We've got the Burrow, Crystal Gardens, Mount Tenebrelux, Arnawick / Candlelit City, Blue Flame Altar, which is above it. Actually, you're half right. Blue Flame Altar is not like where they went after. They were already there. There's a lot of people around that worship the flame all around this like the lands. Um we've got like Crystal Gardens, which is where they get all the like crops and mines and stuff. Cork Mines, where they get also the mine stuff. Lavender Roots abandoned. Tadrick's Tower abandoned, and also it's a clock tower. Rotten Railway was a railway that like got destroyed and stuff, and is now rotten because they left it. Khaleesi Studios is Khaleesi Studios. Arnawick is Arnawick. Let me just rename these. Mauve, Crimson Courtyard, Flame Palace, like Crystal Gardens, Mount Tenebrelux, the Burrow, Corrick Mines, Lavender Roots, Tedrick's Tower, Docktown, Shell Tower, I guess counts. Not really though. Rotten Railway, Abandoned Elevator doesn't really count, by the way. Khaleesi Crown, Khaleesi Studios, Arnawick, Blue Flame Altar. Now you can go. Bye.